The vicar at the time was Reverend Bill Bromley, and he brought me up into the belfry to have a look at the state of the bells. And I thought at the time, those bells are never going to ring again. I understand that the last time they were rung was 1949 for someone's wedding. And then they hadn't been rung then from 1949 until we restored the bells. There was an official service in 2005. We'd got them ringing 12 months beforehand. So 2004, they were back in full ringing order, of full circle. And then Bill persuaded me to have a go at restoring one of the wheels of the bells, which I did in my workshop at home. And Arthur Berry from Malvern was the bell hanger, who did the tenor bell, which was the priority, and also the third bell and the second bell. There was insufficient money to have the treble restored at the time, but that was in workable condition once I'd restored the bell wheel for it. To get the bells swinging, we had to get permission from Hereford, of course, and they weren't very happy about us restoring them. They wanted to keep it as a sort of heritage site. We managed to overcome that. And once Arthur Berry had taken the bells away to have the crown staples drilled out and a new clapper put in each bell, I then set about restoring the wheels. Spokes were out of oak timber, and the outer part flanges of the pulley wheels, they were out of ash. And ash, of course, is a softer timber than oak, and so woodworm had penetrated in and done a lot of damage. So much so you could hardly tell what the outer circumference of the wheel looked like. So I decided to build the outer circumference of the wheel in oak timber to match up with the stronger part of the spokes. These are the original spokes of the wheels that were made around 1800. The wheels are made in two halves. The two halves are fastened together by bolts, nuts and bolts, one at each end. There are metal stays just to prevent any flexing movement on the wheel itself. Each flange has 3 layers. So these wheels are made out of sections, and each layer is built on in brick fashion, so that the joints of one overlap the next piece joint. And being 3 layers, that keeps the flanges nice and straight. And the base of the pulley wheel was actually made in 3 pieces as well.
Fast forward to 2024 for an update on the treble bell. You may recall Derek saying earlier in this film that back in 2004 there was insufficient money to have the treble restored, and it was in a workable condition once its wheel was remade. So it remained in weekly use for another 19 years until 2022, when it was declared unsafe to ring. Determined to return the tower to full circle ringing again, Derek and the growing band of bell ringers set about fundraising to restore the treble bell and to repair its timber frame, as required by specialist structural engineers. Taylor's Bell Foundry, the last such in the country, was the contractor which in July 2024 oversaw the delicate task of removing the treble from the tower, lowering it through the special trapdoors to ground level for transport to their Loughborough works. Once there, just like the others 20 years earlier, the original crown staple was drilled out and replaced with a new headstock and clapper. Just before Christmas, the restored bell was rehung in the tower, but not before the bell pit had been cleaned out of over 200 years' worth of muck and grease. Whoever said bell ringing was a glamorous job. So the treble, sitting on new ball race bearings, is back in full working order alongside the other 3 bells, and again calls worshippers to prayer on Sunday mornings, and marks the passage of lives for weddings and funerals.